Yumeko.
I said fetch, boy.
If you can tell already, this guy is a slave, but it's supposed to be that way. I mean, if I told you the devious national threat of a crime he committed, you'd be like, oh yeah, well, why wouldn't he be a slave? So what did he do? Well, he lost in poker. The Cal Private Academy. In this school, gambling is literally everything, and how much money you have determines your status, which means the better you are at gambling, the more power you have. And if you ever go into debt, don't go into debt. And I have to say, that plot was pretty good for about 5 minutes until this girl showed up. This is Yumeko, the main character, and unlike everybody else, she does not care about money at all.
The crazier you are, the more you love to gamble.
Which means the plot went from the better you are at gambling, the more power you have, to the crazier you are, the more power you have very quickly. Now it all makes sense when we look back at Slavery Grand Finals match, because look closely at this frame. There's no way he was winning this. He's not even in the same bracket of craziness as her. But what happens when she goes against someone that is? Long story short, she loses $56,000 and becomes a slave for the next few episodes, but that's not the point. The point is that since the point of school is gambling, most of the games the students set up are rigged, including the one she just won, but Yumeko saw through the cheat and still found out a way to win anyways. So not only is she crazy, she's also really smart. So now that you get the premise, there's 2 violations I'm going to be talking about, and the first one is this girl called Midari. But before that, I have to show just how crazy she is. Spoiler. So Yumeko and the useless side character are walking down the sidewalk, and these 3 guys show up, and one of them's like, hey, I heard you were a house pet now. Come with me real quick. She obviously doesn't want—
Sure, I can go with you.
That's not how that was supposed to go. So they take her into a corner in the school and start bullying her.
Me.
Why is she smiling? They won't let useless side character come in, but then Midari shows up and she says she's in the student council, which is a high position in the school.
Listen, if you need it that bad, I'll do it with you.
Okay. That's a gun. So then she's like, one of the 6 chambers has a bullet in it. I'll shoot once, and if nothing happens, I'll do whatever you want. The dude's just like, huh? To which she says,
You seriously that scared of getting shot?
yes, we are.
Actually, we'll switch places.
Yes, this is who she's going up against. The dude's just like, all right, bro, this is preposterous. I'm out of here. But if you thought it was done, no. After all that, she's really mad in the bathroom because they didn't want to play the game. So she decided to still shoot the gun. But she lives, and now we can get to violation 1. So Midari finds Yumeko in the hallway and she's like, you still haven't paid that 310 million you owe. I can't let that slide. And literally arrests her. Oh, and him too. They get taken to what looks like a broken down sewage room, and let me just play the clip.
And you should really gamble with me first, Yumeko. Oh, that's great.
That's great. That's great. You literally just got kidnapped by a person you've seen pull out a gun broad daylight in a school. Like, bro, am I missing something? So she says, yeah, and real quick, the game is really simple. The dealer has 5 cards with 5 different shapes in another room. They have the same 5 cards with the same shape, and each card they match with the dealer is 1 point. The one who has more right wins the round. So Yumeko's like, so how much are we finna bet? And Midari's like, so how much bullets are we finna put in these guns? Each of them gets 1 revolver every round, and they can choose how many bullets they want to put in. And whoever has more points in that round, they get to pick a gun out of the box. Now, hearing all that, you might have guessed this already, but on the first round, Midari puts all 6 bullets in, which at this point, are we even surprised? Anyway, so Ryota shows the cards, they show theirs, and for the first round, Midari won. She had 3 right, and Yumeko had 2, which means she picks one of the guns randomly from the box. Whoa. And right when she's about to shoot, Yumiko's like, I actually wouldn't shoot that if I were you. Look inside, it's actually lipstick. And she says she didn't put in any bullets at all. And then she asks Midari why she even plays this game. That's when we find out the reason she's like this is because losing money doesn't make her feel anything. And you see that eye patch she has on? Well, that was not an accident.
I've got another eye, don't I? Come on, 300 million yen.
Anyways, so it's round 2, and Yumeko wins because basically she copied her hand from the first round, and he knew that she was going to. Yumeko picks the gun and gets ready to shoot. Turns out it was Yumiko's gun, the one with no bullets, but then she said she already knew it was the one before she even picked it up because of the weight. Then this happened.
What the heck? No, that's cheating.
But then she starts getting cooked.
How boring. Let me ask, did you know that Ryota is right-handed?
But he's been using his left hand the whole time, so it turns out the screen was reflected the whole time, and on this round there's no reflection, which is why Useless Man knew they were cheating. So Midari flips her cards and everyone is wrong, and when I tell you, she starts genuinely tweaking.
Control me, Yumeko! I just want to feel that pure pleasure I felt that day!
But Yumeko saw through all of it and gets all of hers wrong while spamming the taunt button, because for Midari, winning didn't actually mean the game, it meant feeling something, which for her is dying. Yumeko stopped her from dying dying, which is the actual win. Now, if you think, well, oh, Yumeko doesn't seem that crazy. Well, 10 seconds later, she starts crashing out, talking about something. Oh, we're both supposed to have the same chance of dying. Basically saying she doesn't like gambling and that she just wants to die. And hold on, what is this frame, bro? And I'm gonna let her end it off.
She's insane. So far beyond what I imagined. Far beyond what
Okay, I think that's enough of that. Before we talk about Violation 2, just look at this, bro. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but am I looking at a guillotine inside of a school? And why are students walking around with guns like they're pencils and papers? Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but play the clip.
Under normal circumstances, I'd prefer people such as yourself pay with their lives rather than money.
What could she possibly mean by that? Like, is she not a high school principal? Anyways, this girl right here made a 3-person game called Finger Guillotine. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Everyone puts their finger in. There's 20 strings. And if you cut the one that holds the blade, blah, 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 blah. But this is where she messed up.
Whoever pulls their finger away from the hole first is the loser.
Now, I might be missing something, but which one of these two is moving their finger? Because we know she's not. She literally plays 16% kablam on toilets for fun. And Yumeko is Yumeko. Needless to say, this is not about to go how she thinks it's gonna go, but let's just keep going. So they're fired up for this fun new game they're about to play, and she's like, what's wrong with these two? Are they not even a little scared to play the game? No, they're not. So Midari starts first and misses. Yumeko cuts one and also misses. The pigtail girl's like, all right, bro, why are you even playing this?
She's kept me waiting for far too long. Now she's going to hurt me the way I want.
Excuse me.
Then we find out the game is rigged and the blade can't actually fall because there's an iron plate inside. Midari misses, and when it's Yumeko's turn, she says this.
Inaho, did you remove it as I requested of you earlier?
Oh, absolutely.
And this is when she realizes, wow, I'm actually playing with crazy people. I don't think I ever seen a more fitting instance of the Gohan ducking meme in my entire life. When I tell you she was talking crazy in the beginning, trying to make him scared, but they hit the Captain Falcon side B reversal. Got her looking like she wants to change the world line. They keep cutting, and since she's a normal person, she starts crying. But she keeps going, and they start cutting and cutting until it gets to 3 strings, and then she starts finally using her brain.
They're totally crazy. I'm starting to think they might actually keep their fingers in there, even if we get all the way down to the last string.
But it was already too late. Yumeko and Midari already started spamming the taunt button. It's down to 2 strings, and now since it's 50-50, the metal plate was still in, and unsurprisingly, the 2 crazy ones left their fingers in, but Midari cut 2 strings, so she's disqualified. Midari starts crashing out like Data versus Sasuke, talk about something. You scary and you a bum. Yumeko, come crash out with me. And Yumiko's like, nah, you a bum. Yo, dead grandpa, I was smoking on him last week. You broke, you get no bread, you depressed, you ugly, and them purple bracelets corny. Don't ever talk to me again. Basically, she cared about her 50-50 chance being ruined more than her own body part. There's never gonna be a crazier school than this, but if y'all think there is, join the Discord and tell me about it.
Play track 44.
Hey, what's up?